Knifedope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knifedope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Got a different video today. Basically, we're just going to be chopping it up. Going over some shit that kind of has been trickling in that I just never got around to checking out. A couple of these are older knives, older releases that for one reason or another just made it across my desk. So nonetheless, we will be checking those out. And then I got a little bit of a update that I've been working on that I hadn't even told you guys about, but we're about to find out what that's all about. Today's unboxing knife is this one. And as I take this one out today, I start to realize that I need to start getting ready to prep my videos, end of year videos, you know, for like best budget knives, best premium knives, best OEM, best value, biggest surprise. I got a few different ideas on best of that I'm going to be doing. I'm thinking I'm just going to probably make one video with all those categories as opposed to making a bunch of, you know, multiple videos or whatever. I think that's how I'm going to do it. And got my work cut out for me. But today's unboxing knife is this one. This is the Civivi Vision FG. I can assure you that this will be on the list as a representation of one of those categories. You know, I really wasn't sold on this knife until I really started to consider all it is they're giving us for the price point. Pardon me. For the price point. You know, you got a fantastic finger-safe lock, great action, in my opinion, nice geometry, nice profile, ergonomically, not bad at all. The materials, the quality materials, I mean, great price. This was like $70-something, you know, before discount code. So now I'm just going off on a tangent. But enough about that. Let's get to the dope. Okay, first one we're going to take a look at is going to be one that I got from White Mountain Knives. Hadn't even opened up this one yet because there was a reason to this. But what it is this is a knife that I've got multiples of. I've been known to do that from time to time. I've got multiples of this knife. But the reason I purchased this knife was I got some original goat scales that are set to drop. As a matter of fact, full disclosure, they sent me a set initially. And there was an issue with that. So therefore, that's why you never saw the video. I sent them back and they're set to arrive today. So now about this knife. This is the 8015. I've had 2 or 3 of them in my collection at one point. This is the last one that I have left. I absolutely love it. I've got the action on this thing dialed the fuck in. I mean, look at that. Straight drop. Flies out, no problem. I love this knife. I've mentioned it many times before. But with the scales that I got coming from Original Goat, I wanted to go with a different configuration. So I ordered this one, which is the S35 VN version like I got with the Murdered Out, except it's satin finish. And I got one last week, I believe. And when I got that one, the spring tension was nowhere near like it is on this one. I mean, snappy, you know, the way it should be. It was really, really bad. So I sent it back. So Justin sent me this one. So this is the replacement to the one. So we can see out the box, same materials pretty much, except for the color of the hardware and the blade steel. Oh, no. No. Ain't no way. Hold up. God damn it. I almost wondered they sent me the same one back by accident. I swear this looks like the same one. I think that's what happened. Yeah, you see? It shouldn't be like that. All right, skip this one. Let's get to the next one. God damn it, man. I'm going to have to send out an email on that one. Okay, this next one is one that came to me from the Pass Around, the Apex Pass Around group to be exact. I had signed up for this one quite a long time ago. It feels like forever ago, but it was a while ago. And it finally touched down to me today. This is from Mr. Robert. I think he's known as Rob's Nerdy Knives. So thanks to him for that. We're going to be using the Pyrite because I don't know where the hell I put that goddamn Vision FG at. tell you, that mini pyrite is something too. That's another one that's going to have to make a list of some kind, you know? And that's another thing too. I was debating if I should wait longer, but it's like, fuck it. If you're not here if you haven't made it across my table by now, and you turn out to be a fantastic knife, we'll just put you on next year's list. Okay, we got an offering from Kansept. Now, nothing I've handled from Kansept has impressed me enough to, you know, force me to go out and purchase it or even attempt to purchase it. It's just, they just, as a brand, it's been very underwhelming to me. I don't know, maybe it's just, you know, there's something for everybody. So I know that, you know, they are popular. I hear a lot of people talk about them. The only knife that I would even, at this point, ever consider purchasing would have been the Convict and possibly the Main Street. Those two look like knives that would interest me. But this one is the Egress. Don't know exactly when this came out, but I'm sure it came out a couple of months ago because I believe that's when I signed up for it. We've got the customary packaging from Kansept. Now, I do know the Egress comes in, I think, price-wise, like around $114, so just over what I would classify as budget realm. You know, $100 and under to me is budget. I do know that there were several different configurations to this one, to this model. The one I have here has got this nice brown canvas micarta. I almost feel like they went a little heavy on the resin on this one. We've got multiple forms of deployment. We've got this nice generous cutout. And then we've got this nice front flipper. I would have preferred for them to have taken that jimping all the way around, but I like that type of textured jimping. It's not too rough on the hands. Let's go ahead and check out that front flipper. Okay. Nice snappy detent. Whoop! Look at that action. Yeah, I like this one. Okay, I take it back. This might be the second knife from Kansept that I wouldn't mind getting. I do feel it's a little bit, you know, top heavy. You know, like it feels like it's heavier, quite a bit heavier on the blade portion. God damn, what the hell's going on? Now it feels back heavy. Regardless, it feels heavy to me. It just feels a little bit weird. But the action is great out the box. We've got a nice modified sheep's foot. Some may even call that a reverse Tonto. Blade shape. S35 VN is the steel. Black wash finish. This is actually a niche design. That is Mr. Nick Rogers. That's his company. So we got the Egress logo, or rather branding right there. We've got the niche branding right there. And then on the show side, we've got that Kansept. Pocket clip is right-hand tip-up carry only. It is a titanium pocket clip. Nice bit of tension on there. We've got a quarter-length backspacer with integrated lanyard post. Yeah, you know, you know how I feel about lanyards altogether, but if they are going to give us, you know, access for a lanyard, this is the way to do it. You know, anytime you can hide it, I think that's the best way. Keep it on the low. Not bad, man. Ergonomically, you know, you've got a wide blade here with a straight edge, and then you got a nice slender handle. Anytime you have a knife like this, or what it does is it allows you to keep your fingers, for the most part, not, you know, out of the path of the cutting surface for the most part, but you do get a lot of leverage. Plenty of room to disengage. This is a liner lock. That is the Egress. Let's put up some size comparisons for y'all on this one. Let's go with the Manix 2 15V rendition. Big shout out to the Playboy Mr. Triple B. We can see there that the Egress is bigger than that. How about a knife with some similar vibes? We're going to roll like this. The Kizer Sheepdog. Now, you know, the more I think about it, Kansept to me, the best way I can explain what they got going on is I would say like a B-League Kizer, right? I don't mean that disrespectfully, but that's what I get, like a B-League Kizer. But there we can see that the Egress is also bigger than that. Let's do two more. God damn it, two more. Another knife that's going to be making my end of year list in some category, I can assure you, is going to be this one. The Devo Growler. Version 2. Don't get it fucked up. So the Egress is also bigger than that. Last up for this knife is going to be this one. My favorite iteration of the Vosteed Raccoon with that nice cleaver-esque blade shape. And that's also smaller than the Egress. Okay, so correction. There are possibly two knives that I would consider ever buying from Kansept. possibly would be this Egress one. And then, of course, the Convict. Convict for me still is #1, but the Egress is probably the second most impressive knife to me that I've seen from Kansept. But there's possibly a lot of concepts that I have never tried, so that may change. But as of today, that's my goddamn story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. This last one is a special one. This one was sent to me to check out from a dear friend of the channel, Mr. Johnny B. You know who you are, Playboy, a.k.a. El Cap. This is from Kizer, obviously, but it's one of their lines of models that I love, and this is one of the versions that I never got to check out. And there it is, the Towser K premium rendition. Now I've got I think I've pretty much got all the Kizers. You know, I got a budget one. I've got the Towser S, and then I got the Towser K button lock, which is a fiasco, and it's you know, you guys know about that fucking drama. So I love the Towser line, and this one being a premium. As a matter of fact, if you guys know, they're dropping a clutch lock version to the Towser with White Mountain. It's going to be a White Mountain exclusive. You've been warned. I think in February. Oh shit! Look at this. Look at this. Now this is my jam. Okay, we got a nice multicolor fat carbon fiber scales. You know, for people who might not know exactly what fat carbon is, this is multiple layers of copper and metal carbon fiber infused with resin on it. You know, with resin in it, I should say. And it just looks incredible. This has got some blue in it, some maybe some silver or just blue. Maybe just blue and some carbon fiber. But this one comes in right now. There's a sale on these. As a matter of fact, on Kizer, I think they're like $168. Originally, I think they were about $240. But we've got the single form of deployment on this, which is these nice thumb studs. Now, another great thing on these whole Towser series is they all, everyone I've ever felt has got fantastic action. That's because they are riding on multi-rope. Look at that, multi-rope bearings. And then, you know, Kizer knows how to dial in the goddamn detent for sure. We've got that classic Towser blade shape. Some people call it I just call it a modified sheep's foot. I think Kizer may call it actually a cleaver. This one is an L-Max. Nice flat grind. I really do like Kizer's black wash finish. They do a good job of it. Love the ergonomic curvature of the handle here on this Towser. You know, this is actually very reminiscent. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a Santoku kitchen knife. What it does is it has your surface here, and then it has a raised handle, and that keeps your fingers off that cutting surface. Perfect in the kitchen for cutting vegetables and shit like that, but just a perfect EDC as well. Plenty of room to disengage that liner. I mean, there's never a worry when Kizer does these liner locks. And this one actually comes with a titanium pocket clip. You know, these Kizer titanium pocket clips, you can put them on a bunch of different knives. Ask me how the fuck I know. They line up with a lot, especially, you know, more so with the other brands of overseas knives. Their screw pattern seem to line up just fine. Wonderful, wonderful. This one might be my favorite so far from the Towser series. Now, let me show you guys the rest of my Towser series before we get to some comparisons. This one was the first one. Budget situation. This is the one that actually introduced me to the... Look at that. Look at that fucking action. Yeah, mine's been lubed up and plenty of use. But this was the one that introduced me to the Towser model itself. Towser K model. And then I think at one point we had this atrocity. This was a fantastic knife, but it was never made it off the ground due to the lockup failure. I have, you know, several times I've attempted to fix the situation by widening that cutout on the blade and changing multiple springs, changing plungers. I have it serviceable now to where at least it's not, but it's, you know, at least it's not closing out or rather failing upon tap. So it's, that's where we're at with that one. But this one by far is my favorite. This one is the Towser S. Fantastic option. I would have loved for them to have done a hole on this one, you know, but thumb studs are fine. We got a generous finger choil up there, which does give us that nice full purchase, no refund. This one, it does not have as pointy of a tip as the original one, but it's still a fantastic knife. So there you see my Towser collection alongside Johnny B's premium version of the Towser. Now let's go ahead and put some knives up for some comparison on this Towser to give you guys a better idea on this one. Let's go with America first. How about that Native 5? Love me that goddamn knife, Spyderco. And we can see that the Towser is definitely bigger than that. How about shout out to the OG, Sharif Manganis. We've got his Ruckus design, which is a Kubi branded knife. And that is about a little tiny bit smaller than that Towser. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. How about a Demko sighting? We're going to go with the Demko AD 20.5. And speaking of Demko, today at noon on White Mountain, they are going to be dropping the Demko Cub. A little smaller, basically, a little bit smaller overall size than the 20.5. And it's got, the one I'm looking for is going to have that slicer blade on it. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger on that. Last but certainly not least, more Spyderco vibes in your life and more kitchen knife vibes. We're going to rock out with the Spidey Chef. And we can see that that Towser K is also bigger than that. Yeah, people, today's video was a little change of pace. Just a bunch of shit, just checking out some shit. You know how we like to do. And once again, I cannot find these fucking knives. I don't know what the fuck goes on between me showing you knives, but I seem to always misplace some shit. But this were the knives we took a look at today. We looked at that Egris. We looked at this Towser K. And then we also had another failure to launch in this one, which is the AD 15. Not bad. I love all 3 of these knives, you know, especially when this one works right. That's all I got for today. Just wanted to give you fuckers a little bit of content. But more importantly, I want to know what you fuckers think. Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something, cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.